Hi, it's Patty from PS Paper Crafts. Thanks so much for joining me today. I want to make this pretty Valentine card. It says you had me at hello, and on the inside, I'm actually using the cutout from this on the inside, and it's a Be My Valentine. You can make it an anniversary card. The Always in My Heart has the happy anniversary and the Be My Valentine. I love this stamp. You're stamping it in the Gorgeous Grape, and then the white is what shows through. But the best part of this card is that it's purple. I know there's a lot of purple people out there. I'm using the Hydrangea Hill Designer Series paper to actually cut this piece out. Now, I've made other cards and I've cut it just like in white or a solid color, but this is the piece I'm cutting out. I think it would also be very pretty in this color as well, which is Rococo Rose, I think, or let me just see, it might be Flirty Flamingo. It always shows you on the back, so it's Rococo Rose. So I thought that would be pretty as well, but I'm going to stick with the purple. I love purple. I know people are all about purple. I had a friend in high school that wore purple almost every day. Everything was about purple, and I wonder if she still likes it. I have sent her purple cards. So I have my Gorgeous Grape and then the Highland Heather, and I have this piece. And I usually do my die cutting on the side, but I will show you on this one because I want to show you how to cut out that heart after we stamp it. So let's stamp first, and then we can do all of our die cutting together. So I have my, and I actually want to do this on a piece of scrap. Since this is such a solid stamp, I want to make sure it's got good, good coverage. So let's see. You just want to make sure it inks up really well. So I just want to do one here. And see, it could get a little bit more. I may do a couple just to make sure it's nice and solid. And it might be because it's not on good quality cardstock here. I'm going to try one more and then we're going to go for it. So something that's this solid, I would say you might want to just make sure it's inked up really well. So let's give it a try. I'm going to do it right up here so we can either flip it over or do another part here. So that looks good. Isn't that pretty? It's a little bit darker than this one. It may lighten up as it dries. So we have that done, and I'm not going to do the inside yet. So let's get our cutting done. So I'm using the Floral Heart design, which coordinates with Always in My Heart, and it has this pretty big piece, and I'm going to cut the outside, and then a second time I'll cut the inside. So let's get everything out of the way and get my cutting machine out. Make sure you guys are in view here. And I did that one, and I think I will just kind of keep coming along the side here. Maybe I'll do it this way, save a little bit of paper. And make sure everything's on, lined up. Put my top plate on, and this I will run through back and forth. Just because it's a little bit of an intricate die, and I'm looking... I don't have the top down. I may have to move it down a little bit. I'm seeing I'm off the paper a little bit. So much for saving paper. Sometimes I go too close to the edge and then I end up wasting paper, but that's okay. So we'll go through and then through again. Now I'm not going to go all the way through because this is hanging off the side and it will actually bend it. So I just go until I hear the big bang there. So we'll get this off and we'll save this piece for the inside. I think that's really pretty. And let's get this, I'm just going to brush it a little bit to get some of those pieces out. I have to get another box for this. I had it in a paper pumpkin box, which I was trying to consolidate when I was coming back from New York, and I left it there. I figured I could just get another one. So there are a few pieces, a few stragglers. So we'll just get this. It really punches out nicely. I've noticed that the dies really cut so much nicer now than they used to. So I don't know if it's the machine or the dies. I think it might be the dies, or maybe it's a combination. I see just a few here and there. I think that looks good. This guy doesn't want to come out. There we go. So we'll put that aside, and then I just want to get this up. And you end up with all these pieces kind of stuck to this. And a lot of times I'll just take a piece of cardstock and run it through. And it's a little bit staticky here. All right, so let's put this aside. Everything's flying all over the place. And then I want to cut this. I don't really care about the whole entire die. I just want to line it up right here, and there will be a little tiny bit of white rim around it. So I mean, you could cut it in the middle and get the whole outside if you wanted to use that for another card, but I'm just getting this heart at this point, and I'll just run it through once because the heart doesn't have any intricate pieces. So we'll take this off. We'll take this off and move this away, out of the way. So now we have our heart. Look at all these pieces. It's like snow here. We have our heart for the middle, and you could put this on white if you prefer. You can pull in some of the blue. So there's lots of choices here, but I think that's really pretty. So let's get our pieces down. So I'm going to use liquid glue. You can use whatever you want. I like the liquid glue for the this piece because there's a lot of little parts to get, and you want to make sure that the edges all lay flat. So I find that the liquid glue makes it easier. We'll put this down, and then on this one again I'm just going to dot. So I'm going to try to get the bigger areas, but I do want these little tiny pieces. And if the glue, you know, just try to dot it so you're not oozing out on the sides. And if it does dry clear, you can use a gum eraser after it's dry and just pull it off. So you want to make sure you're getting inside by the heart as well, and just really go around. Even this side would be pretty. So try your dies like this with designer paper. You don't have to do solid papers. It's fun to play, see what you come out with. If you don't mind, you know, mistakes or things that you don't like, and maybe you've wasted a little bit of paper, but to me it's worth it because then you find things that you really do like. So I think that on its own is pretty. Now you could stamp right in the center or heat emboss it or something. And just pull it over a little bit. Okay, see now these guys are up a little bit, so I'm just going to stick him up, put a little dab, and I think that's good. Okay, so now we want to get our heart, and you can put it flat, fits right in, or what I did was I put some dimensionals on. So I'll only put a few on. I think 3 will do it. Come on. It's pulling off and then it's staying on. Whenever I do that kind of glue, I always end up with a little bit of glue on my fingers, and then it all goes downhill from there. So I want to make sure this is lined up nicely in the little heart area. Okay, and then I thought, well, I have to have some ribbon on it. So there's in this suite that comes with the paper, the Hydrangea, there's a purple ribbon, and then there's some beautiful pearls, pastel pearls. So I figured I'd go with the stuff that goes with the paper. So I'll just tie a bow with this sheer Gorgeous Grape ribbon, which is very pretty. And get it all, I like to have it small because it's a kind of a small area. You don't want it too big. I think that's good. So I'll take my ribbon scissors and just cut it down. And we'll see how it looks. That's not very straight. And that's not very, you know me, I have problems with my tails. Okay, that should do it. All right, and then we'll just get a little glue dot and put that on with the glue dot. Right down there. And then what I did was I just added some pearls. Now if you wanted to add the lighter ones, that would be pretty, but I wanted the dark. So I'll just add a few of the pearls. Do 3 of them. 1. These pearls are really pretty for this or for anything with purples and pinks, and even the white is pretty. And they're all the same size, but I think they're really gorgeous. So now we have this piece left. So let's do the inside with it. Now on this one, I put it below. I'm wondering if it would have been better above. No, I think I like it below. So let's see. I guess I'll put it down and then I'll stamp. No, I'll stamp first, because what if I make a mistake, right? I'll just leave it there and I'll stamp, because we know we make mistakes, or I do anyway. And then you can just flip to the other side. So we'll do the Be My Valentine again. There we go. And you can add, there's some hearts. I kind of find these hearts to be funny because they're in this grouping of 3. I've used them a lot and you kind of can go off, but I don't know. I'm not really crazy about them. I'm being honest. And see, isn't that pretty? So you could probably cut the heart to make it fit one of those flowers if you wanted to. So we'll just put a little bit of glue here and put that down. So pretty. I like the colors in hydrangeas, and I'm sure a lot of you know this, but if you put iron in the ground, this is a Martha Stewart trick, you can actually change the color of the flower. I think it makes it more of a blue or a purple color. So, oops. There's your tip, your other tip, your gardening tip for today. So anyway, I think these are really pretty. And again, if you're a purple person, I think you would love these. So thanks for joining, and come back again. Give me a thumbs up if you liked it. Thanks. Bye.